Hello, Math 2 students. So I'm hoping when you open your classwork, you see one that looks like this with the red rectangles covering up the ones that I don't want you to work. It's a lot of problems. It's 3 pages, so I wanted to mark out a few so that you didn't have so much work to do. So I want to work through a few of these with you, and that way you'll have even less that you have to do on your own. And hopefully this will help you to kind of understand this a little bit better. Okay, so let's start with the Isosceles Theorem first. This is worksheet 1, and we'll just start with number 1. Number 1 says in triangle ABC, and I'm just going to draw a little, I think it's a good idea, and I didn't mean to do that. I meant to do a rectangle, a triangle. I'm just going to draw a triangle and label it ABC. So oh my goodness. Let's undo that. Okay, A, B, C. Okay, so what it's telling me is that AB equals BC. So AB and BC are the same length, but BC does not equal AC. So this one is a different length. So it's asking, is this an isosceles triangle or not? So if you remember on an isosceles triangle, what we need to have is 2 sides that are the same length, and the third side is a different length. So this would be a yes, this is an isosceles triangle. So you would just answer that yes. All right, let's skip down. Number 4 says, okay, and this is just separate from these other ones with the diagrams. Number 4, if 2 sides of a triangle are equal, the angles opposite them are equal, true or false. So yeah, if we, we just got through talking about isosceles triangles, and if you've got 2 sides that are congruent, then the angles that are opposite those are also congruent. So that would be a true. So you would answer that true. Let's find another one. Let's see. Let's look at number 9. Okay, so it says if angle E equals 50 degrees. Let me make this bigger. I can't even see that thing. Let me go to 200 and see. Oh, there we go. Okay. If angle E equals 50 degrees, so that would be this one right here. So this is 50. Then angle R would be, well, this is an isosceles triangle. We don't even have to look at this part of this triangle. This part right here, let me do this in a different color. This triangle that I'm going to outline in pink, this is an isosceles triangle. So because this angle is across from this side, and this angle, which is the one they're asking for, R, is across from this side, E and R are congruent to each other. So angle R is also 50 degrees. So that would be the answer to that one. Let's move down to the next worksheet. Let's look at interior and exterior angles. I don't think any of these has a figure drawn for you, so we'll have to draw a figure for each one that we're going to do, or at least I like to do that. Okay, triangle DEF. All right, so let's just make a little sketch here. DEF. Okay. Okay, triangle DEF, the measure of angle D is 34 degrees. So this one's 34. Angle F is 48 degrees. Okay, and then they're asking about an exterior angle at E. Okay, so what they're asking about is if I extend this line right here, they're asking about this angle right here. And if you remember from our notes, the exterior angle equals, so this angle right here equals this one and this one added together. That's all you have to do right there. So 34 plus 48, and we'll grab my calculator just to make sure. 34 plus 48 is 82. So that exterior angle would be 82 degrees. So the answer is 82 degrees. Okay, let's look at vertex angle of a triangle measures 40. Okay, this is isosceles. This isn't exterior and interior, but that's okay. Let's look at number 6. So if I've got an isosceles triangle and the vertex angle, this is 40. It says find the measure of a base angle. So if this one's 40, then this one and this one added together is going to be 140. And if they're congruent to each other, then I can just take that 140 and divide it by 2 to get the measure of 1. So it would be 70 degrees. Okay, so if you just draw yourself a diagram, draw yourself a little figure, and that makes it easier. Let's see. GHI. Oh, that's just interior angle, so that one's pretty easy. GHI. G is 25 degrees, and I is 75 degrees. And they want to know the measure of angle H. So 75 plus 25 is 100. And then the total would be 180 minus 100 equals 80 degrees. So that would be our answer there. All right, let's look down at the next worksheet. So this is mid-segments. And the biggest thing we want to remember about mid-segments is that the mid-segment is half of the segment that it's parallel to. So if I were to talk about this mid-segment right here, it would be half the length of this one, okay? So what they're asking me for is the purple segment. So the purple segment, if the pink one is half of the purple one, then the purple one is twice the pink one. So we just multiply 14 times 2 to get LK, so that would be 28. All right, let's look at about number 5. Number 5 is asking us to find JQ. These are kind of weird the way they're arranged on this page, so just be careful that you're looking at the right figure. So JQ is right here. That's a mid-segment. So we know that a mid-segment is 1/2 of the line segment that it's parallel to. So 1/2 of 23 is the same thing as 23 divided by 2. That is going to be 11.5. You can put 11.5 or 11.5. Let's see if there's one that's a little bit more complicated. Oh, let's look at number 10. MG. Okay, let's maybe do some colors here. Let's see. Purple. So MG is 26. Where's MG? MG is right here. And MG corresponds to RN. So I'm going to color those the same color. Okay, GD. Let's do red. GD is 14. And GD corresponds to SR. All right, so let's talk about that before we move on. If this segment is 26, that means this one's half of it, so that's 13. If GD is 14, that means SR is half of that, that's 7. And then let's do one more color, let's do pink. Let's see, DM is 20, so that's this one right here. That one's 20. So this one corresponds to that one. It's half, which means it's 10. Okay, SR and N are midpoints, so these are mid-segments. Find the perimeter. Perimeter means that it's the distance around. So we have to add all the segments. So we would have to add 10 plus 13 plus 7. And that is 30. So that would be our answer to that one. Okay, so you have a few to do on your own, but hopefully this helps you a little bit with some of them. I will still be in the Google Meet for 15 minutes after our live lesson ends. So if you have questions or need help with something, all you need to do is just pop back into the Google Meet and let me know. Otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow.